Yo, 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 welcome back to the J&E Comic Cast. I'm here with your boy.
E on a special socially distant podcast episode, episode nine.
That is
Nine
correct.
weeks with us. Check out our backgrounds. You know what I mean? We hooked it up for you guys today. Jay, you got the what you got behind you?
I
You got the
got,
Bam Bam Pop.
yeah, I got a green screen setup going. Me and my Sprite. See? Green,
Oh,
keeping
the
it
special
clean,
J and
keeping it
E
clean.
podcast, right?
Yeah,
And I got the logo. I got me and Jay behind us.
yeah, the logo squad. But welcome to the episode. Like he said, this is a special, another social distancing episode that we had to record over Zoom. But we're trying to bring you guys content every week, trying to keep up with you guys and making sure that our audio, everything is, excuse me, audio and video are in check. Um, but let's get into this episode. We have a lot to talk about. Marvel just released their first episode on Disney Plus. Go stream it if you haven't. What if
of
with
what if.
Captain Carter? What's your thoughts about that, Emilio?
Oh, and the other thing we're talking about too is the big thing we're talking about is the Superman and Lois episode this
For
week.
sure, for sure.
Was insane. But yeah, but back to what if. Um, I think one of the things that stood out to me the most was just off the start before the episode even started is that they actually brought back a lot of the actors to do their parts for the animated show. Which I thought was really cool to kind of see like Haley Atwell doing Peggy Carter and the Sebastian Stan for the Winter
Bucky.
Soldier. Yeah, Bucky. Yeah, he was in the Winter Soldier episode. So it was really cool. I think that was probably one of the most interesting things. And then even visually, the way they animated was really, really good. The episode this week was about what if Peggy Carter became Captain Carter instead of Steve Rogers becoming Captain America, and they kind of showed her how she had to accept the powers because there was nobody else because um, Captain Rogers got injured right before they were doing the experiment, and then we saw her kind of fighting Hydra, and then her going away and coming back in the future. So it was a really cool episode. I'm really excited for what they have moving forward because for the series to start as strong as it did, you can just tell that they're going to go off and give us a lot more. What did you think about it?
I agree with that. I think it was also a good point that we're starting out with the multiverse. It started mentioning that, and then it brought out the Watcher, and being able to
Right after
see
Loki
him.
too.
Yeah, right after Loki. Um, and I think we have a lot to come. You saw the episode where Nick Fury started talking to her when she came back to the future. Um, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. I feel like this is gonna be what if, like a series where if the Avengers gets established, we're gonna have a different Iron Man, a different Captain America, Captain Carter. Like it's gonna be bringing the story back, just in a different universe, which they mentioned in the
Oh,
multiverse
I
and
like
stuff.
that. I like that,
So
man. I
like
like that.
it's
I
gonna
see what you're
follow
saying.
the phases, like phase one, all their starting stories changing. Phase two, that story's change. Like all the stories are changing, but it's gonna be like the idea of bringing all the characters back in line to making the Avengers. Because right
But
now,
like their own what if Avengers, right?
yeah, their own what if Avengers. So like,
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
um, Star Lord is gonna be Black Panther, stuff like that. That we know of. Spider Man is gonna be having a mantle with Doctor Strange, where he wears his robe and has the time stone. So like stuff like that. Um, so I'm looking forward to all that. I do have some theories in mind after What If. That's when we're gonna get our Spider-Man trailer, hopefully. No Way Home. But I saw some articles saying that What If is gonna get not What If, Spider-Man No Way Home may get pushed back into next year, 2022. So we might
Oh,
not get it this year. So
I hope not,
maybe,
man. I hope not.
I hope not
They
neither,
already, they
but
already pushed back Venom, right? I think Venom got
Venom
pushed
got pushed
back
back.
into October. But luckily, I know that one of the movies that you're most excited about, Shang-Chi, did not get pushed back. So we'll be able to watch Shang-Chi next month, um, the same time that it was supposed to air.
Did you see the new trailer yet for that?
No, I didn't. All I saw was there was the screenshot of the Abomination, who looks really good in this one. Who looks really good. Like I said,
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but it makes me want to go back and watch the Hulk movie that he was in. He was originally the bad guy.
I saw the Hulk recently, that one.
Oh, did you?
And
The
yeah,
Incredible Hulk, I think it's called.
the incredible, yeah, the Incredible Hulk, yeah.
How
It
was it?
was
What did you
good.
think of it?
So I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of glad they changed Hulk and made it Mark Ruffalo, because I don't think the actor would have been as good as a Hulk in the Avengers storyline. So I liked how Mark Ruffalo was a better Bruce Banner, I would say.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say, do you mean a better Bruce Banner or a better Hulk?
A better Bruce Banner. So Mark Ruffalo, I think, played a better Bruce Banner with the Avengers and him as a character. So I I I did like this the movie. The movie was good. Um, it was a good story. Abomination, the villain, was really good. So that's good to know. It should be interesting. I'm curious to see what they bring out of the movie Shang-Chi. The new trailer was really good. It showed a little bit more with the train fighting scene,
Yeah,
and
I gotta get up on that. I gotta catch up on that
yeah, I
for
watched
sure.
it 2 days ago, and I'm so excited for that movie, man. When I tell you, I think that that is my second favorite movie coming out right now that I'm looking forward to.
I think I still think maybe the second trailer changed my opinion, but I'm still looking forward to the Eternals and Homecoming, but in I guess in reverse. Like Homecoming is my number one movie, not Homecoming.
No Way
What's it
Home.
called? No Way Home. Why do you keep
Yeah,
saying Homecoming?
that's the
I
first
just
one.
think I saw Homecoming the other day. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw. I think it's thinking about it because I saw Homecoming the other day with my wife, but and my daughter. But I think the I'm actually looking forward to, like, just like everybody else, No Way Home, and then right after I think Eternals is going to be a really good, really well made movie, and I really enjoyed that trailer a lot. I don't know why, so but I'm really looking forward to that. And then Shang-Chi's there. You know, we always kind of have this conversation back and forth a
Yeah.
little bit about Shang-Chi versus Eternals, and
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Eternals. Real quick, before we start jumping subjects, like we normally do, like we always do, what is there anything else that you wanted to add, as far as like what do you think? I think you already said it as far as what we thought about what if moving forward. I
I
do
will.
kind of oh yeah.
Oh, I would love to see a appearance of either the Into the Spider Verse of Miles Morales or
Oh, that would be
Spider
really good.
Ghost Spider Gwen. A little appearance of that I would love to see in What If. Like, what if Peter died and Gwen Stacy becomes Spider Man, which they could do because Into the Spider Verse, that was her story. Her best friend Peter died, and she became Spider Man to put and took on the mantle as Spider Man.
You know, I
So
didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. I forgot about that.
it's animated or cartoon animated like the Into the Spider Verse was. So I think we could see that.
You know, it's really weird, and maybe you disagree with me, but I'm actually really enjoying. I feel like I enjoy the animation style of What If more than I enjoyed the CGI ness of Spider Into the Spider Verse.
I do disagree with you on that one, but
Yeah,
I think the Into
but
the
it's just
Spider
me.
Verse.
It's just me.
You know what it is about the Into the Spider Verse? There was a lot of scenes that remind me like I'm reading an animated comic book, not an animated movie. It's an animated comic book. Like you saw when he was drawing graffitiing the wall, how when he hit the can and took off the top for the can, it made this like can noise shaking the can. It showed it like it was how a comic book would paint the picture. So that's something that I really enjoyed in with that movie. A lot of people got concerned when they said it was gonna be animated and stuff. But then when everyone saw the animation and stuff, everyone
It
enjoyed
was
that movie.
clean.
Yeah,
It was super clean, and I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy it because I did enjoy it, but I think I do like the whole I think drawing stuff the first of many
Shout
Young
outs,
Justice
Big
shout
John,
outs. Yeah,
Young Just. Um,
yeah, yeah.
like you were saying, continue.
Nah, but I mean, personally, I think I've always told you that too. And even when it comes to just other stuff in general, I've always liked the whole drawn versus CGI thing. And that's just my opinion. But
Yeah,
I didn't. But as far as CGI is concerned, Into the Spider Verse was really clean, and I really enjoyed it. But I think, like I said, I just think just like the whole movie drawn thing.
one of my favorite things about that movie was the soundtracks. All the soundtracks for those were all bangers. Like I have the whole playlist of that Spider Verse Into the Spider Verse. I turn that playlist on when I'm playing the Spider Man Miles Morales game,
Oh,
and I
do you to get
and
ready
in the
to it?
background, yeah. And I'm just like, yo, I'm actually replaying that game right now on the hardest difficulty. Um,
I
awesome
gotta
game,
pick it up.
awesome
I haven't
game.
played it yet.
I know,
On my PS5,
awesome
on the
game.
PS5 that I have yet to set up.
I thought you would have set it up last weekend.
I forgot. I got lazy, and I was meant to set it up this week, but I got lazy again. So, so I
You
think
gotta set it
today,
up, bro. You got to set it up.
I think today's the day.
Did you ever order the game on Amazon? They had the game on sale on Amazon. I don't know if the sale's still going when this drops, but
I need to check. I think it was, but for those of you that don't know, check on Amazon. I know a couple of days ago, Jay sent me the link. They were doing, I think it was $20 or $30 off the Ultimate Edition version, which is a great deal because you get the Miles Morales game, and then you get the updated PS5 version of the
remaster.
original Spider-Man game. Yeah, the remastered. So if you don't have those games, or if you don't have the remaster, though I didn't like what they did with Peter Parker's face. They changed up his face completely from the PS4 version. But if you don't have those games, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you pick that up. It's a great deal.
I like the feel because I started playing the remaster again as well. I like the feel compared to the PS4 version. Now, with the PS5s, you can run games 4K 60 FPS, no issues, or with ray tracking, so the game feels a lot smoother compared to the PS4 copy. And what I've actually started playing as well using the new Xbox is old 360 games, and they run smooth on the new
That's so
Xbox.
crazy. You were telling me about that the other day, man. That's
But
one thing that I think that Xbox is doing right. It makes me want to pick up an Xbox.
yeah. But back to what we were talking about. Shout out to PS5 and Xbox, both awesome
Yeah,
systems. Um,
sponsor.
sponsor
Give us
us,
assistance to
PlayStation
test out.
or
Yeah,
Microsoft.
yeah.
Um,
Hook us up.
yeah. What if I would love to see a Spider Gwen appearance? I know a lot of people want. So if right now, let's do this. Let's let me ask you a question on this. Better said, if they were to bring a Gwen Stacy, but make her into a Spider Gwen as well into the Tom Holland's movies, the MCU universe. Is there any particular actor you think that can take on that mantle and do a well performance job, or
The
would you
same person that played Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Why not just bring her back?
Emma Stone?
Yeah, absolutely. I think she has a look. I think that she would go ahead and she would. I think she would go ahead and she'd kill it. And she's going. She was already Gwen Stacy, so
I
why would you not
mean,
just bring her back again?
okay, I can yo, you're getting kidnapped. You good?
Nah, you heard that? You heard the thunder?
That's
I
crazy.
saw a flash.
What?
I think it wasn't be that
Yeah.
loud, but it looks like I,
Oh, I
I, I
just
feel
heard
like
it. Yeah, I just heard it on my side of the house. Sorry guys, if you guys hear any like thunders or right now we're recording this episode with this big storm coming to Florida. So all you out there in Florida or gonna get affected by the storm, remember be safe, stock up on your waters, stock up on your essentials. We're trying to get this episode recorded just in case if we lose power, at least we can put out an episode for those who have power and get entertainment. But back to our question. I don't know. I feel like she did a really well job as Gwen Stacy, but not a Gwen Stacy Spider. Gwen. I don't think she would do well as a Ghost Spider. She gives me a different vibe. I don't know. I feel like there's two actors, but two actors that I do have a crush on and that I think would do a really well job. I would like to see Peyton List. I think she can do a good job. I don't think you know who that is.
Nah,
Um,
not look it up.
yeah, look it up. Look it up. Peyton List. I think she can do a good job as a Spider Gwen, and also I wouldn't mind seeing Sabrina Carpenter as a Spider Gwen, which someone made a trailer as her being Spider Gwen, a fan made trailer, like if she was taking on the mantle as Spider Gwen, which was pretty good. So
Oh, you know,
those are two.
I could see Peyton List. She was in Cobra Kai too, so she has a little bit of I guess some combat training. So I think that actually would really work. And what
Right?
was the other one?
Sabrina Carpenter, the fan made trailer that I told you about and I showed you, the same actor.
Bro, that was a while ago.
Yeah, but I think those two would be an awesome Spider Gwen. Did you just lose power?
Um,
Oh no, you didn't.
no.
Okay. Um, I think
Yeah, I got nervous for a second too
yeah.
when this set off.
Um, those two actors I think will be awesome at their roles as Spider Gwen. I think. Um, I think, but I can see them bringing back Emma Stone as Spider Gwen because she was already Gwen Stacy, and I just don't see her as a Ghost Spider. I see her as just a regular Gwen Stacy actor. I don't see her taking on the mantle as a Spider and like fighting and
Well, think about it. Like, what better way would there be for like, what better opportunity they have to introduce Gwen Stacy to the MCU? You know what I mean? You have the multiverse coming. You have Andrew Garfield. You have Tobey Maguire. You have Tom Holland. You can literally have Andrew Garfield, who a lot of people view as a horror Spider-Man, and I don't think they're wrong. But no, I mean it's kind of crazy saying the worst Spider-Man, the worst quote unquote Spider-Man is still better than a lot of other people who have played superhero actors on screen. But today's not the day for us to do a ranking. But um, but it would be cool, you know what I mean? Have him at the end of the next Spider-Man movie, have him sacrifice himself to kind of save the day, and then have when Stacy just inherit that mantle and become Spider Gwen or Spider Girl.
that's possible. I don't think so. Let me rephrase my words with that. I don't think he's the worst Spider-Man. I think he did an awesome job as a Spider-Man, as Amazing Spider-Man. I think he was a bad Peter Parker. I didn't like him as a Peter Parker. I think Peter Parker was supposed to be this like nerdy, um, not very like sporty, not popular guy. And Andrew Garfield, I think, was a too good looking Peter Parker, to be honest with you. He's a good looking dude, and I think he was too good looking to play Peter Parker. Um, but
I could see that.
as an amazing Spider Man, and I think the writers messed him up a lot too with him
That's what I was gonna say. That was gonna be
and
my take.
Gwen. Yeah, him and Emma Stone having their couple problems every single 5 minutes into the episode annoyed the crap out of me.
Yeah, I
Um,
was gonna say that. I think that's really where the movie went wrong. Was I think that the way the movie was written, I think the movie was
but I don't
I
think
think
he's a bad
things
Spider
that were
Man.
yeah were kind of poorly fleshed out. But I do
Yeah.
agree. I do think he was a great. I think he was a great Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I still
I
think Tobey
think,
Maguire is the best. But
but I think Tom Holland. Well, we already did the polling. We already know who's the best, but we don't have to
yeah,
talk about it. I think Tom Holland and both Tobey Maguire fit both Spider Man and a Peter Parker. I think he just fit a Spider Man. I didn't think he fit both. That's the issue I have. Like Tom
okay,
Holland and
that
Toby
makes sense.
fit as a Peter and as a um as a Spider Man, and the writing was just a lot better. Their movies had better writers compared to Amazing Spider Man.
Yeah, I fully agree. I fully agree on those things on that as well.
I did like though the villains in those not Electro but Dr. Connors. I think that actor did really well um as playing Dr.
Lizard.
Connors. Yeah. and I think the dad of Gwen Stacy, the cop, the dad of Gwen Stacy, did a really well job as well.
Yeah, you
And
really
Aunt
felt
May,
bad
and Aunt
when
May,
he yeah. I don't remember who was Aunt May in those movies.
Aunt May, I think did really well. I think she played a really good Aunt May. I think the act. I don't think the actors was the issue. I think the issue was the writing of the movie, one, and the story how they took it, and two, I think the other issue was the fact that Andrew Garfield doesn't fit the role as a Peter Parker. He fits the role as a Spider-Man, but he doesn't fit it as a Peter Parker in my opinion. And those are just things in my opinion. Um so we already talked about if we saw a Gwen Stacy appearance, and I think those two actors would be really good. They can bring back Emma Stone. I won't argue about it. I just want a Ghost Spider movie, to be honest with you. Even if she gets her own solo movie, you don't even have to bring her into the MCU. I just want to see a Ghost Spider movie, like a storyline with her. Same thing like what they
Would you be bothered if it was animated? If they gave us like a spin-off of Into the Spider-Verse with like a animated CGI version, or would you want to see it in the MCU?
I would like to see it into the MCU. I won't be upset if it's animated though, but I would love to see like an actual real life actor play Spider Gwen. Like same thing with the Miles Morales. Like Into the Spider Verse again was an amazing movie, but I would love to see an actor plays Miles Morales in a MCU universe as well. So like I think they should keep the Into the Spider Verse, keep that its own storyline, own like movie series, and then bring other actors to play Miles Morales in the MCU, and other actors to bring Ghost Spider into the MCU. Stuff like that, I think would be awesome. What do you think?
Yeah, no, honestly, I think that Spider-Man has so many stories and so many different ways that it could go. And obviously, I mean, we're getting more Spider-Man stuff in general, more stuff for Spider-Man's world. We got Mobius coming at some point. We have Venom dropping now in 2 months instead of next month. We have another Spider-Man movie. Who knows? Tom Holland is really young, so they can use Tom Holland for Spider-Man movies for a really long time. I think that their Spider-Man stuff has done really, really well since they've changed actors. So why not just keep going with the Spider-Man stuff and
Yeah,
really kind of expand that, and give us like a whole fleshed out Spider-Man world. It'd be great to see, like you said, Gwen Stacy, Miles Morales. I would love to see him on the MCU screen. I thought it was really they kind of teased him actually in in
Homecoming.
Homecoming, because his uncle was there, played
Yeah,
by
Aaron
yeah,
Davis. Yeah,
yeah, Aaron
what?
Davis was in there. I can't remember the name of the actor.
No, I
I
don't.
want to call him I want to call him Childish Gambino, but I don't think
That's late.
um that's not his official name. Donald Glover, I think that's his name, Donald Glover. I think. Now you're making me look.
I would love to
Um,
see. Continue. I thought you were looking something up.
yeah, I am.
I would love to see Aaron Davis take on the mantle as the Prowler.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, it is Donald Glover, by the way. Yeah, that would. I think that'd be a fantastic story. Like if they could literally almost, and I think that I think it'd do well. They could literally almost take the entire thing of Into the Spider Verse and just give it to us in MCU version, and I think it'd be fine. I think everybody would be happy
Get
with
a
that.
Kingpin, get a Prowler, get Doc. What was it? Doctor. No, Doctor Octopus wasn't it?
It was Doc Ock, but her name was I think was I don't think it was Otto. I think her name was Octavia or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, Octavius. Get us a. Even was the Green Goblin? No, not the Green Goblin.
It
Oh
was a
yeah,
Green
Green
Goblin.
Goblin. Yeah, the
I'm pretty sure it was a Green Goblin. Yeah.
Well, we're getting a lot of those actors for the Sinister Six. So we're getting the original Doctor Octavius coming back. We're getting Electro coming in. Vulture should be coming back as Michael Keaton. Hopefully, he did an awesome job as Vulture.
You said Electro? Yeah, you did say Electro.
I said Electro,
Uh,
Vulture,
Doctor
uh,
Doc Ock.
Doctor Octopus. We need a Rhino, and then we need a Sandman, and then am I missing someone else? Part of Craven the Hunter for the Sinister Six. part of that.
Yeah, and then but I think at the end of Homecoming, we saw the tease of Scorpion, so we might see Scorpion instead of
Oh,
one of
Craven.
those guys.
I think we'll get Scorpion instead. Probably Craven the Hunter.
Yeah, I
'Cause
mean,
I
but they
think we
have
need
they
a Rhino, and I think we need a Sandman.
yeah, and also see, but they have a guy playing Craven, but I don't know if he's going to be in this movie.
Yeah. What's his name? The one that played in
He
Avengers.
played Pietro
Yeah.
in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
We I just had a brain fart. I never mind. I'll get back
Okay.
to it if it comes back to it.
Um. Yeah. So we talked about a lot about the Marvel universe and what we hoping to see, and hoping Disney brings out and Marvel brings out. Now let's go to the DC universe. We heard a lot of stuff from DC this year. Um, so we got the Superman and Lois show. That
Episode
last
14.
episode, that last episode OMG. If you have not seen it, that's something I would recommend going to watch and catching up on that show. That right now is one of my favorite TV shows at the moment out. Being able to watch and stuff. Yo, I got some hiccups. Being able to watch and stuff. Amelia, what's your thoughts on that? What do you think is gonna happen on that episode? If you haven't watched it, spoiler alert,
Mm,
we're gonna be talking about it. Spoiler
Man,
alert.
I think it's kind of crazy that some of how right you and I were about some of the things that were going to happen on the episode, right? You mentioned Jonathan training with or doing work with John Irons, right? I think you were right about that.
Yep.
One of the things that you and I mentioned and talked about that came out right is um, what's his brother's name? Morgan
Jordan.
Edge is
Oh.
no. I mean, I meant to say Superman's brother's name. Yeah, I was kind of confused. But Morgan Edge is no more Morgan Edge. Now he's completely the Eradicator. We got a crazy scene at the beginning of the show from kind of absorbing the sun's powers and encased in like this blue cocoon, and him hearing the voices and him kind of knowing that he's sacrificing himself. Exactly kind of what we talked about. He sacrificed his own self being so that he could become the machine, the Eradicator, and bring Krypton back himself. He absorbed the Eradicator into his body. So we were right in those ways, and then I feel like the episode, I mean, the show, just from like the beginning to the end, was action packed. We got a really crazy fight scene in Metropolis with John Irons and Superman versus five Kryptonians, right? And then I think my favorite scene in the entire episode was the scene that I was talking to you about, where Lois almost died like she did in John Iron's Future, and he chucked that hammer and he took out Leslie Lar. Man, that was bonkers. That was crazy.
Yeah. I would have loved to see, and I think I told you this. I would love to see that scene where instead of him throwing his hammer, Jordan not caring who sees him right now, and that he just took off and flew and to save his mom. I think that would have been a really cool scene. Like, and then Jonathan's like just stuck at the party, like no one saw that, right?
Yo,
Like,
but you know what? Talking about things, man. Talking about that because um, I have a feeling. Oh, as my light goes out again, I have a feeling that what's the name of Sarah? Sarah might have seen some stuff, right? Because the way the episode ended was crazy. What'd you think of that? What'd you think of the way the episode ended?
the way the episode ended, I have a feeling Sarah's gonna find out.
Oh,
Sarah,
and tell us what
Lana.
happened too. Give us
So
a little bit, a quick
yeah, yeah.
summary
So the
for
end
those
of
who
the
haven't watched it or
episode,
who haven't watched it.
Morgan Edge's father put himself into Jordan, and Jordan has turned. So I feel like in that episode, the same way how Superman had to fight the issue and John Iron helped him, I feel like it's gonna be a situation like that, and I feel like all of Smallville is gonna find out the Clarks have powers. Like Clark Kent is, or the Kents have powers. Clark Kent is Superman. At least for sure, Lana, Sarah, and Kyle are gonna know that he's Superman. Jordan has powers. Jonathan, Lois Lane is married to him, all that. I think at least
And Jonathan
Sarah.
has powers coming too. He's in the show on next
I
episode.
feel like he's gonna. You know what? I wouldn't mind him having powers, but I feel like he should take on the mantle as like John Irons, like being a weapons expert, because He's already building weapons with John, and he's learning from him for a reason. And I think that's the route they're gonna go with it. Instead of him having powers, he's just gonna have. I feel like John is gonna leave his suit. I think John Iron dies, and Jonathan takes over the suit.
Nah, man,
Like
I can't see
someone
John
has to
Irons
die.
dying,
Someone
man.
has to die. John Irons dies, or the dad dies. Lois Lane's father, the grandfather.
I've been saying it for past episodes. I think that it is her father that dies. I can't see John Irons dying, man. Him and Jonathan have taken the most L's out of anybody else in the show so far. It's
John
got to be
Irons.
that. It's got to be one. Yeah,
Who? John
Jonathan and
Irons.
John Irons, and
I feel like
Jonathan and
John
John
Irons.
Irons are
I
taking
feel
the
like
most
John
L's.
Irons is gonna end up. If he doesn't die, if John Irons doesn't die, I feel like he leaves the suit to Jonathan. If John Irons doesn't die, he leaves the suit to Jonathan.
I don't
Um,
think so, man.
and Jonathan takes on the role as John Irons, or Jonathan's gonna build his own suit
I
to
could see that
help
happening.
Jordan. I don't think Jonathan gets powers. Clear as day. I don't think he's gonna get powers. I think he's gonna be a weapons expert, building his own suit, knowing how to make his own weapons, and that's how he's gonna do that to protect his family. I think Sarah finds out Jordan has powers.
I think so too.
Lana finds out Clark was Superman, and Kyle finds out Clark is Superman. And
You know what I could see happening? I could see Kyle dying too.
I don't think they'll kill Kyle off. Man's been through enough, but I feel
Yeah,
like
but
if.
he hasn't been through as much as
But how does he think he will die? How do you think he will die?
saving his family.
From
Here's the thing.
who?
Here's the thing happens, right? I'm gonna give you my hot take right now. I'm gonna give you guys my hot take right now. I think that because he's already been under the influence of the Eradicator of the machine. I think that he's gonna have some kind of connection, and I think that through his connection, he's gonna be the reason that they get rid of the machine. So I think that he's gonna do something to help them get rid of the machine, and Morgan Edge, and in doing so, he's gonna end up sacrificing his life to save them. So I think that's what he dies. I think that the general, um, Lois's father, he's gonna die. If he dies, he's gonna die in a similar way. I don't think John Irons is gonna die. I think that he's gonna go back to his future and establish himself as a steel and like the symbol of peace in his era. I could see that becoming a spin-off show for DC or WB on
I would
no,
love
I'm
to see
not
that.
on the CW. You know what I mean? On HBO Max or on the CW itself, because I know a lot of these older shows are starting to come towards their end. So that'd be pretty interesting. I think Jonathan is going to have powers, but I don't think they're going to be the same at the same level that Jordan has powers. And I could see Jordan kind of maybe struggling with the influence of the Eradicator and him kind of low key being a bad guy next season. I think that we might see him, even though we think that he's all in the clear, he doesn't have the influence of Morgan Edge's father, but I think his name is Tal Rowe. Yeah, it's something like that. Something Rowe. So I'm just gonna call him something Rowe. So I think that something Rowe is gonna have some sort of influence on Jordan, and he's gonna cause problems at least for the beginning of next season.
So you
But
think
I do think
that's
that
all will be happening in season two?
no, not all, but I think that's gonna be a story. Um, and I think that, or you know what? There's a chance that when they get rid of the Eradicator, maybe Jordan's powers get transferred over to Jonathan, or maybe if Jordan had powers, he loses. I mean, not if he had, because you know he has. Maybe he loses his powers, and that's a big sacrifice, and nobody dies.
This is the season finale, right? Episode
Yeah,
finale. It's 15
the season
coming this
finale, season
Wednesday.
one, episode one. Yep, finale.
So this is what I think happens. Okay, I agree with some of your points. I don't think I don't think the Lois's Lane's the general dies. I don't think he dies. I don't think they'll kill him off. I don't think Kyle dies, because I think if Kyle dies, that gives an excuse for Lana and Sarah to move, and I don't think they're gonna kill those characters off as well. So like, if they leave, why keep up with them? So I don't think they'll kill those characters off as well. So I think they find out the Kents have powers. That I think happens. I think Jordan and Sarah break up because she finds out he has powers, and she was like, "You were lying to me this entire time when I asked you about her friend that got this powers from the party. You remember?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think she gets mad at Jordan for lying to her. Um, I think Jonathan doesn't get powers. I think Jonathan ends up becoming a weapons expert, like I said, and I think Jordan unlocks his full potential for his powers. So he'll have flight. He'll have like everything Superman has. Um, but not as strong. But I think he unlocks a full potential of his powers because of the Eradicator now. I think he gets more power, and now he's struggling to deal with that. And then I think it leads into season 2 with Brainiac. Hopefully, we'll love to see a Brainiac episode because
Yeah,
I don't.
I mentioned that too.
Yeah, I think we'll need a new villain. I don't think we need another situation where he has to deal with a Kryptonian again. I think it's just give us a new villain, give us a new like story. Don't like Eradicator's done. Everything is like that is done. Give us a new villain, and I think Jordan's gonna struggle with mastering his powers all over again, and I think John Irons either lives or dies. If he
Let me
lives,
ask you a
he goes
question.
back to his time. He goes back to his universe. If he dies, he leaves this. Jonathan takes over his suits, weapons, all that. I don't think Jonathan's gonna get powers. Me personally.
That's the one thing you and I disagree on. Let me ask
Yeah.
you a question, man. What do you think about this? This is completely out of left field. I don't know if they do this, but as my camera glitches on, I'm over here floating in space. What would you think if they did this? What would you think if they killed off Superman and kind of give us a Smallville type show with Jordan and Jonathan? How would you feel about that?
The only issue I have with that is if they kill off Superman, like you said, if the Lois Lane died, the show is named Superman and Lois. So, you think they would just kill off Superman and make a brand new show with the same actors playing Jordan and Jonathan, or do you think
No,
they
just
would just do season
continue,
2?
kill off Superman, continue the show as it is, but have one of the boys assume the mantle of Superman
And keep Lois Lane alive?
as kind of like yeah, as kind of like Jor-El to the kids
Or what happens
because
if
she
they
knows
lose
more
both
about Superman.
parents?
No, 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 not no, no, keep her off, but have her kind of be like a mentor to the boys, like yo, like whoever assumes the role of Superman, have her kind of be like, yo, this is how your dad did things,
Well, Jordan will probably
let me
take on
know.
that role.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, or maybe Jonathan, like I've been saying for a long time. But yeah, have her go ahead and kind of assume that role of like mentor to the boys. You know what I mean? Have like the beginning of next season kind of start off with them dealing with like like the heartbreak of Superman dying. That's another story kind of that they can go ahead and adapt. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Superman's death, and then maybe they can bring him back in the second half of season 3, or kill off Superman, right? Don't have him come back at all. Have Lois Lane train the boys, one of the boys or both of the boys, to be Superman with all the knowledge that she has with her relationship and stuff with Superman, with Clark, and um, and us just get a show of them just kind of living through their lives and learning how to deal with being like the children of Superman and having like this burden placed on them, and have like this burden placed on them, and so like of them trying to like live up to their like with the person that their dad was, and also still trying to have a regular life.
It's a shout. It's a cool idea, but it's an idea that I don't think will happen just
It's the greatest
because
idea I've ever come up with.
just because of the fact that the show's called Superman and Lois. I think Superman's too big of a character to kill off. I think if anyone dies, it will be if any of them four die, it would be either Lois Lane or Jonathan. Imagine they kill Jonathan. Now he has to deal with the death of his brother and Jordan's struggling.
That would be insane, dog. But you know what? The reason I don't think they're gonna do that is because Jonathan has taken so many L's this season that
What's
he
one
can't
more
afford.
L? What's one more L?
Nah, bro, he can't afford to take any more, man. I can't afford to see my boy Jonathan down that bad.
But what happens if they did that? If Jonathan dies, how would you feel about the show? If they kill off Jonathan or Lois Lane? I don't think they'll
I'd be
kill
hurt,
off
man.
Lois Lane. I don't think they kill off Lois Lane. I think if they were gonna kill off, it would have been that episode where she got killed by. I think it would have been episode 14 where she would have died. I don't think they kill off Lois Lane. I can see Jonathan dying, and I can see Jonathan dying by the hands of Jordan because he's getting mind control. Because I can see like Jonathan trying to convince his brother, snap out of it, and he's fighting it, and what's his name kills Jonathan. Morgan
Oh,
Edge's
and like his
father.
rage or whatever.
Morgan Edge's father, like since he's in his mind, kills Jonathan by Jordan's hand, and then now he has to deal season 2 with the death of his brother, and every time he has nightmares, dealing with like nightmares, and that's how his brother died by his hand.
That would be crazy. That would be really, really crazy. That would be super crazy.
I think
Honestly,
I can see
I
that
can.
route,
They can maybe go that route too. You know what I mean?
and
And
then
maybe that's something that like they're dealing with, right? That's something that they're dealing with. You know, with what Jordan's dealing with how he's feels responsible and guilty for the death of his brother, and maybe that's what turns him into, evil Superman. And then we have Superman and his son going at it.
see I don't see nothing like that. I
I,
can
I think the
see
voice. I
I
think
can
he's way
see
too emotional to
I can
not potentially have an evil turn.
but I can see him becoming the hero in season 2. And what I mean by that, I think Brainiac, that's when Brainiac comes out and Brainiac turns Superman, and now he has to fight his father. That I can see. But he lost his brother still. He still lost his brother. That'd be crazy if that happened though. Jonathan dies.
I'd be hurt, man. Like I
Oh,
said, he's
I'm.
one of my favorite characters in this show, man.
I think I'm gonna watch it since I have YouTube TV. I think I'm gonna watch it on live
Oh, when it
TV
drops,
when it drops on live TV. I don't think I can
excuse me,
wait
guys.
till
I'm
Wednesday.
playing with my camera.
I don't think I will be able to wait till Wednesday.
I don't blame you, dude.
Yeah, because it drops. It drops Tuesday night, right? Tuesday night it drops.
Yeah, I think Tuesday at either 8 or 9. It'd be cool if they gave us like a 2 hour episode too, made it like a mini movie.
I think they're gonna give us at least like an hour. At
I
least
mean,
an
they're
hour.
normally an hour, but I feel like it'd be really cool if they gave us like an hour and a half or 2 hours
I
and
can
made it
see
like a
them
mini
doing like
movie.
an hour and a half special
That would
episode
be insane.
or a 2 part episode, part 1, part 2.
But make it, yeah, but just put it together. Just make it all on the same day.
Yeah. Um, I wish they bring that show to the HBO Max. I feel like that's a show that does. I feel like when season 1 finishes, they're gonna put it on HBO Max.
You know what? I think that they won't, just because I feel like that's like the one show keeping the CW afloat, man. It's definitely the best show that they have, and they can't
Well,
even
I
be
don't think.
close.
I mean, they have other shows like not only superhero shows. They have like other shows, but I mean, we already saw they put it on HBO Max when the first I think 5 episodes dropped. They put it on HBO Max, and you can watch it there. It was there to watch for free, and then you had to continue it with HBO. with the CW app. So I think CW and HBO have partnerships. So I think season 1 will be put
Is it
on,
there
but
now? The first 5 episodes?
the first 5 episodes was on HBO Max. That's how I
I didn't
watched it.
know that.
Yeah, that's how I started watching it. And then they took it off. So they did it for like I think a month special where Superman Lois was on HBO Max. That's how I watched it, and then the next episode started going on CW app, and then that's where I started watching it again. Um, so I can see them dropping season 1 on HBO Max. Same thing like they do to like with Batwoman, Stargirl. Like as soon as the season, like when the season's going, have it on the CW app, and then once the season finishes, put it on HBO Max. I think that's what they're gonna start doing with all their shows. So like The Flash, put it on HBO Max. Arrow, put it on HBO Max. As soon as the season finishes, like you can't stream it. Like a new season won't drop every week on HBO Max, but a new episode won't drop every week on HBO Max. Just when the season finishes on the CW, it'll be on HBO Max to rewatch.
But don't they have a relationship with Netflix? Don't because aren't this the Arrowverse shows on Netflix?
Well, they have a relationship. The only thing that's it's Arrowverse, like The Flash and Supergirl and Arrow and DC Legends of Tomorrow. I think are all on Netflix. But like Batwoman, Stargirl, that's all on HBO Max. So I think that's where the Superman and Lois show is gonna end up, like on HBO Max. I don't think they're gonna put it on Netflix because it was already on HBO Max itself.
Okay, it makes sense. But I still think that some of those shows are on Netflix, aren't they? Isn't The Flash on Netflix right now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. New season dropped on Netflix. But that's what I'm saying. I think it's eventually when that contract ends with Netflix, all those shows are gonna go onto HBO Max. So like Netflix is not gonna have any of DC streaming TV shows or anything DC on Netflix. Like same thing with Disney Plus did. Disney Plus, there's not really any. I think there's
Oh, that's
barely.
right.
They just put all their stuff on their streaming service, and not with on Netflix no more. HBO Max is Warner Brothers owns DC, and that's their streaming service. So HBO Max is their streaming service. So I think all the DC stuff is gonna end up eventually onto H HBO Max. Same thing with Disney Plus, how all their Mario stuff ends up on there. Excuse me.
Okay. No, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. But season drops Wednesday on the CW app, goes live Tuesday, I think 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern time.
The last
Uh,
episode of season one, you guys. You guys do not want to miss it. Me and Josiah have been telling you since we've been on here, the past 9 weeks now. It's the best superhero show on TV
do you want to do like
now.
do you want to do when that new episode drops, watch it together on like YouTube TV live?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. And maybe we could do a reaction. You know, I was gonna
Yeah.
tell you, MegaCon is going on now. I know, but
I
I know
know.
you and I had a conversation, but a lot of people have dropped out of it due to COVID concerns. If you guys are out there, make sure you guys are staying safe and taking care of yourselves.
Yeah. I know they changed like the rules. I think now they're doing mandated mask and all that. It sucks that weren't able to get tickets and go. I don't think at this point we already missed the event. There's only one other
Yeah,
day,
it's like
which is
today.
tomorrow.
Yeah. And my main
So
thing was I wanted to see Brendan Fraser.
I know.
Most know him from The Mummy, and he had to back out. So I think I lost some of my hype for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much waiting for hopefully another event that pops up that's worth going, like Comic Con that comes back to um
Oh,
Orlando, or another MegaCon that pops up. But other than
yeah.
that, there's nothing really. I don't think. Yeah, the next one will be next year, August 14th again. The next
Yeah,
Comic Con.
but maybe next year, we have a chance and we can actually go and go to go to Comic Con live. Hopefully things ease up a little bit,
For sure,
and
for
next
sure.
year in California they do it live. Maybe we can go ahead and be out there and record an episode of the J&E Comic Cast out for the Comic Con floor, man. I think that'd be really cool.
I wonder if they're gonna do it at San Diego again, or if they're gonna bring it, hopefully, to a different location. Because last Comic Con was San Diego. MegaCon was in
Oh,
Orlando.
you know what? Now that you mentioned it, um, when's the New York Comic Con?
There's a New York Comic Con coming up.
Yeah,
Let's see.
might be.
Comic Con. October. You're right.
Oh,
2021 New York Comic Con. October 7th to the October 10th.
interesting. Very, very interesting.
Tickets are only $20
What?
for a 4-day ticket. 4-day digital ticket only
Oh,
$20.
digital.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like they were doing everything else. It's not gonna be anything that it's not gonna be a live event thing.
No?
No, it sounds like it's not. Maybe we'll do more research and we'll check that out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, live video panel stream for all 4 days
Yeah.
and audio stream.
Um.
Yeah. I don't think I would love to do one of those events, but at the event, not their live ones. Because the at the event is when you get the most hype. You get to see actors, voice actors for certain shows, all that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next year at another MegaCon or Comic Con, if it's gonna be live or not. But this year we had to sit out because of everything that's happening, and we got to be safe. That's the important thing. So far I think this episode has been really good. I think we talked about a lot of stuff, a lot of situation.
We definitely did.
Superman and Lois premieres again next. No, in
Tuesday?
4 days. 4 days, Tuesday.
Yep.
So
Episode 15 and season one. And don't forget, I think that might be everywhere. I think today is free comic book day at your local comic book shop. So if you haven't gotten your free comic book yet, actually
Sunday.
this will air Sunday.
We're
So
not live. We're
we're
not live.
recording on Saturday. Yeah, we're not live. So
Never mind.
yeah, never mind that, man. If you guys went, share with us the titles that you guys got. I hope you guys got a chance to go. I forgot that for a second that we're not live over here. But yeah,
Honestly,
today's Saturday.
yeah.
We're recording comic book day.
Comic book down below. What comic book you picked up for your free comic book today? We haven't been to our local comic book store in a while. Been reading Batman White Knight. Still reading that. I have so many comic books in my drawers that I have to get into. I just been rewatching TV shows, movies, a little bit more Young Justice. Big up.
Yeah. I'm surprised only 2 promos this entire podcast, Jake.
Three.
All right, three. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, speak about that. I don't know if I mentioned this though, but Young Justice is supposed to be dropping season 4, I believe, in October 21st.
What?
October 21st. Young Justice will be on HBO Max debut. So if you haven't caught up on the show, Emilio, do so now. We haven't.
have 2
This is the
months.
interesting part. How I don't want to give any spoilers away to you. The
Don't,
show.
don't.
Yeah. Cover your ears. Take off your headsets.
Nah.
Take off your headsets while I talk about this.
I rewatch episodes too, right? So you don't have to
Yeah.
skip over this.
You got your headsets out? You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, crap. Okay. Just leave it at this. Young Justice, this season is season 4 is gonna be Phantoms, and those of you who saw season 3, you already know what's coming, and I know what's coming, and I'm looking forward to how they portray this character in this show, to what is coming, and we'll leave it at that. You muted. You know what? Oh, I could just mute and yeah, there we go. I'm muted, so I can talk about the show. We're gonna get a Red Hood premiere, hopefully, because we saw him in the ending of season 3, and that's it. Okay, let me unmute. Okay. I was just talking about it. I just did a quick mute. You got low. Your mic, I think, levels are down.
Yo. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
you're just a little low. I think when you take out your headset. But just a little bit, but yeah. You see what happens when we're not on the same page and you don't catch up on shows? This is what happens. Your audio messes up.
I gotta get caught up.
Bro,
I'm
I'm
blaming it
telling
on
you.
you.
What you only saw the episodes I showed you, so you only saw the first 3 episodes or 2 episodes?
The first, I think, 2 episodes.
Bro, you gotta get caught up. There's 3 seasons. 3 seasons. You're gonna have to. You literally gotta finish a season a month to be caught up.
I could finish the season that day, dude. That day.
All right, you gonna start it today,
Start some other day, not today.
bro? All I'm saying is, once that season premieres, I start watching the first episode and stuff. This is gonna be something I definitely talk on the podcast, and I don't care if you're on it and you haven't seen it, because I'm gonna be giving the spoilers away.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it probably. I'll start watching it probably this week. I wanted to get. We're gonna be out on Superman and Lois, so I'm gonna have time to watch it. Definitely for sure, sometime this week.
Okay. Yeah, October 21st, new season drops. We got a lot of characters that people forgot about. We got Wonder Girl, we got Arrowette in it. I think we have like 4 or 5 sidekicks of each member of the Justice League in it. So it's something to other than Superman. There's only one SB, one Superboy that we know of.
In CW, there's gonna be 2. We're gonna have Jonathan and Jordan.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I have a feeling Jonathan dies. I have a feeling. I don't know why. I have a feeling Jonathan dies. And I think it's going to be by Jordan Tan, and then he's going to have to deal with that.
I'm raging if he does. I'm raging.
All right. Well, we did an hour today. Hour episode. That's really good. We kept talking and talking, staying hydrated with the Sprite, with the what you drinking?
I got Snapple, peach tea, and I'm losing the show right there. Bam,
Diet Snapple. We got some tea. I got some Sprite, and staying hydrated.
Same great taste, guys.
Do you believe it?
What?
Does it have the same great taste?
No, but it's pretty close. So.
Okay. For sponsorship wise, yes.
Yeah.
Off camera.
Yeah.
Off camera, no.
Snapple, man. Hit us up, dog.
I think we're gonna end this episode. You did the outro last week, right? Or did I?
Yeah, it's your turn.
All right, right. Ready for the banger outro? Yo, guys, so we're finishing up this episode. We got to discuss What If. We got to discuss Superman and Lois. You got to see Emilio's camera and him going out into the cloud and him with his Diet Snapple. You got to see me in my Young Justice t-shirt. I think that's a number 5. Put a counter. And me drinking my Sprite, even though you can't see it because of the green screen. But I think we're gonna end this episode here. Emilio, I enjoyed your company in this episode. I've missed you.
Your company, it was virtually.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you, my brother. We really don't like each other off camera. No. We do.
We're fighting.
Yeah.
We're getting the boxing gloves today. We're gonna duke it out.
Yup. That'll be on our Instagram probably.
Yeah.
But no. On serious note, bro, I appreciate you filming these episodes with me. I can't do it without you.
And
I need.
I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate you.
You see, all love in the J and E Comic Cast. Loving our fans, loving each other. Yeah. But I think we're gonna end this episode. I appreciate all of you guys. We'll see you guys out. He's Emilio. I'm Jay. Catch you guys later. Peace.
Stay safe, guys. See you.